What's up, everybody? We're back with another episode of the VYPE podcast. This time we are here with Katy Jordan, four-star wide receiver, Andrew Marsh. Andrew's here in the podcast studio. Andrew, first off, how's everything going? What's been going on with you?
Everything's been good, really. Just came back from a little vacation. Was out in Florida for a little bit. Really just ready to get into football season, start the grind.
Your recruitment, obviously, four-star receiver. You've got over 35 offers. Just kind of talk about what's going on right now. You know, you just came back from vacation. It's kind of like you got that little break in between the start of the season, and this is where kids are starting to make decisions. You know, we've seen Quanell Farrakhan Jr. from North Shore just committed. Nigel Pringle just committed. You're seeing some other guys start to get ready to commit. Just talk about the recruiting process, what's going on, and kind of just what's your timeline looking like on that?
I would say the recruiting process lately it's been crazier than ever. Definitely starting to get down to more narrowing it down, trying to make the decision. I wouldn't say like I'm completely tired of it. More kind of just ready to really lock in somewhere. I would say it's just been crazy lately though. Looking forward to getting back up to Michigan. I think this coming weekend, and then I'll be up at Washington that following Monday. And then all of the OVs and stuff that just happened, those were really crazy. Just got to meet a lot of people, see a lot of people.
Talk about those OVs. What was it like? You know, I believe you went to Texas, you went to Michigan, you went to Washington, you went to Kentucky, I think USC as well. Just talk about the visits. What's it like on those official visits? Because I feel like everyone just sees people go on the official visits, but they don't really know like what's going on. Like what are those official visits like, and what were maybe a few of your favorite kind of moments from those visits?
The official visits are crazy, to be honest. Like a normal visit, you're on a little schedule and stuff like that, but nothing like an official visit. You get there, the whole day is planned, and you got full 5-course meals all day, and then you get to hang out with the players and stuff at the end of the day. Really just going through all of those visits and talking with the players, getting to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff. I would say you get to see more than a regular visit, kind of get to talk about more, really just kind of see how everything works, how everything flows. And to me, I really liked USC and Washington and Michigan's visit the most, I would say. I would say I really like just the people, like at those schools, just good people, surrounded by good people always. They're really welcoming.
Yeah, I mean, two of those programs obviously played in the national championship game last year in Michigan and Washington. USC's always got the high flying offense. Just kind of talking about your timeline. What's your timeline looking like on your commitment?
Right now we're looking at the end of August, end of next month, making a decision.
What's it going to take for a school to get you? Like, you know, I feel like you're starting to narrow that list down, but like at the end of the day, what's that one thing that for you is going to be this is home for me?
To me, it's not too many things. Really, just somewhere I know I'm gonna get my education. Like I said, I want to get into business, real estate, stuff of that aspect. So somewhere that's gonna push me in that category. And then somewhere where I'm gonna really get on, where I have a chance to get on the field early, just a fair chance, and because I really think that I can make that work. And then somewhere that's just gonna get me to the next level, get me developed, get me drafted.
Yeah, I mean, being one of the top wide receivers in your class in the country. You play a position and you kind of look like you got the hair of OBJ, early OBJ. Just talk about some guys that you kind of watched growing up, and that's like, or even now, like who are you trying to model your game after? I feel like you're a really good route runner. You might pull things from different guys. Just talk about who do you try to model your game after?
I would say whenever I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Andre Johnson and Megatron. Those were like my two growing up. But as I've gotten older, especially more now, I really like Justin Jefferson, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, I would say. Really just DeAndre Hopkins, he never dropped the ball. I love how Justin's always getting open, really from anywhere on the field. And then Julio Jones is just a beast.
Is the goal in the NFL? Is that where in 4 or 5 years you want to see Andrew Marsh's name NFL?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
What's the dream? Like, obviously you're gonna get picked wherever you get
Mm.
picked. What's that dream kind of? What's that dream NFL team?
Dream team. I would probably say Houston, just because I'm a Houston fan, and then I would love to come back to the city, um, have a good career here.
For sure. Who are your top 5 wide receivers in the NFL right now? If you had 1 through 5.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Justin first, Justin Jefferson. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Jamar Chase second, and then I'm gonna go Devontae, and then I'm gonna go. Um, ooh, I don't even know, to be honest.
I mean, you still got Diggs. You still got.
I'd probably put Diggs fifth. I'm trying to see who would be fourth though.
Ooh. I mean, you could throw a tight end in there too, like a
Oh, then
sneaky
I
kind
would
of
put Travis
athletic.
in there.
Yeah. I mean, that's a scary
That's a
5
scary
right there.
five.
You don't want to face those guys. I mean, that's
We line up his spread, it's over. It's
so.
over.
So talking about football season, senior year is coming up. It'll be the last time you kind of get to put on that uniform. You've been a varsity player pretty much your entire time you've been at Jordan. So just kind of talk about what it's been like. Y'all's first year playing kind of in that Katy district. That varsity district was, I believe, your sophomore year, and then last year y'all were right there in y'all make the playoffs for the first time. Just kind of talk about that. Like what's the ride been like, man?
Um, it's really been. I would say it's been a roller coaster. Really, it's been definitely been up and down. Um, Really just glad to experience it with the guys that have experienced with it. A lot of them I've played with kindergarten, first grade, really just a long time. They grew up in the neighborhood with me, so we all have always known each other and stuff like that. But really just to get to do it with them, and then like you said, first year, I think we were 5-5. Second year, a little bit better, and then third year to just finally get to playoffs and really just keep consistently building on that. I would really think that we've been doing a great job and really just looking forward to the senior year.
Yeah, man. You play a tough position. You play wide receiver. Everyone likes to think that they can play, that wide receiver position, but there's a certain skill you have to be able to play it at a high level like you. Success kind of came early for you as a freshman. That offseason, you really saw some recruitment type stuff start to pick up. Sophomore year really took off. Just talk about having success at such an early age in your high school career. How were you able to handle it?
Um, I would say the best way I was able to handle it is really just the people around me. I would say like my mom, my sisters, and I have a few close friends, but really just sticking with them, talking to them through it all. Really just making sure I'm surrounded by the best people. And on top of that, I would say, like you said, it takes skill to play the position. Really, any position, especially the way that the game is changing nowadays. It's more skill, always mental, but a lot of players are just becoming a lot more skillful with their crafts and stuff like that. And with that, I would just say stay consistent every day, day in, day out. Make sure you're working hard. Really just trying to perfect the craft.
So you talked about your mom. Your mom might be one of the biggest as far as just supporting you. She's at everything. She's going to be there at everything. She's always going to be cheering you on, there in your corner. Talk about your mom, your relationship with her, and losing your dad at a young age, how she was able to kind of just still be there for you and realize that you needed someone still in your corner at such a young age.
Um, yeah, so my mom, yeah, she's like the biggest influence in my life. She's really always been there. She's just always been super hands-on, really kind of just had a plan, kind of knew how to do a lot of things, and I take after her in that aspect. She's a businesswoman first. She owns a lot of businesses, opens up a lot of businesses, stuff like that. That's something I really want to get into. whenever I get to the next level and stuff like that. But really just seeing her work day to day, day in out, um, consistently. She'll always be there, like you said. And that's just one thing I really don't take for granted. Really appreciate her, especially after my dad passed. Whenever I was younger, um, more than ever, she just stepped up and really just took care of me and my twin sister.
Talking about your mom, what like you have such good things to say about her, and I feel like there's so many things that she's taught you, whether it's in football, whether it's just life, whatever it is. What's been one of the biggest things you feel like she's taught you over, your time so far in your 18, 17 years?
Um, I would say three things that she's always told me like to live by. Three things I've always tried to live by is to be a leader, a provider, and a protector. Those are like three virtues she's kind of always instilled in me, and so those are three things I really just try and live by day to day.
All right, so you kind of touched on it a little bit, talking about your dad. Obviously, you lost him at a young age. Just kind of talk about your relationship with your dad, and just kind of going through that. Not everybody has to deal with that at such a young age, and just kind of touch on that a little bit.
Um, yeah, so my dad passed. He passed from cancer. Whenever I was 7 at the time. Um, Me and him growing up, we always had a really good relationship. But I would say I was always closer to my mom, just being a mama's boy. My sister was really close with my dad. But he was always there for me, coaching me and stuff like that. Like he was one of my little league coaches and stuff like that. So really losing him, it was definitely something that like it was just a big adjustment, I would say. Really just had to learn a lot of things earlier. Kind of just had to grow up, get into life a little bit sooner than a lot of people did. But um, I wouldn't say it's like, I mean, it's just something that happens, you know what I mean? But I would say after that, really just seeing my mom step up, seeing her become even more stronger, really just showed me that I can do it too, and I got to be there for like my sister and stuff like that.
Just kind of going through that process, and then to where you are today. Um, do you think that's made you stronger in all aspects of your life?
I would definitely say so. Um, I would definitely say it's also maybe weaker in some aspects, just the absence of him, not having some things that other people have. But like I said, definitely made me stronger in a lot of ways too.
Transferring that, you talked about him being a little league coach for you.
Mm.
Um, is football kind of a way for you to almost honor him, but also just continue on that bond that y'all shared on the field?
Um, in a way, yes. Kind of just want to make him proud, make sure I'm doing something with my life, make sure really I'm just getting to where he would want me to be.
What's kind of your favorite memories playing football?
Um, I mean, I got a bunch. I would say big memory of mine. One time, I think I was like 6, 7. We were in San Marcos for this tournament, and we were playing on these fields, but it had stormed a few days before, so the fields was just mud. And like I used to play kicker and all of that back then. I remember I just kicked the ball, it hit the ground and just stopped. Like it just didn't even move. And then like we had white jerseys, and then they were stained brown like completely after that. And so that was definitely a memory of mine.
What do you think? What would you say is a legacy you want to have left in your high school career, moving on to college as seniors almost here?
Um, Me coming from like a more newer school, kind of just someone in my situation, people from where I'm from, really just showing them that it's possible to do whatever you want to do. Really just put your mind to it, make sure that you're working hard for whatever it is that you want, and make it happen.
For sure. All right, but we're gonna switch it up now because we got real deep right there for a second. But just kind of talking about, EA College Football just came out. Obviously, everyone in the freaking world is playing this game right now. Over 700,000 people played early access.
I
I
ain't
don't
been
know if
able to
you
get
got
off
early
of it.
access. You haven't been able to get off of it. We were talking off camera a little bit about it. Just talk about the game. How's the game going for you? What are you liking about it so far? As it just came out, last week.
I actually really like it. I think it's a lot. It's more realistic than Madden and stuff. Like I'd be on the player, my own player. I'll make a mistake and I get subbed out the rest of the game. I'm like, hold on, that's not how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? But it makes it more competitive, more fun. Definitely, like I said, more realistic. So it's just like you got to call the plays, the right plays, make adjustments and stuff like that. But I think it's been good.
What's your team? Who's your team? Who you using in the game?
I've been using a little bit of everybody. Yeah.
Don't want to give up too much. What's been,
Snap.
what's probably been the craziest thing you've seen, like with guys playing so far? Because I saw, there's a guy on TikTok right now posting like he's
Yeah.
a defensive player and like he's like acting like he's the guy and he runs up and he's hitting people and making all different types of noises. What's been like one of the craziest plays maybe you've had already in the game?
I would probably say, oh, the craziest play I've had. I had this play the other, like yesterday. It was like a running back. He got the sweep, dropped back. He threw the ball, and then I was running. I caught it, and then I tossed it back again. I ended up scoring though, so I was like, okay.
All right. So offensive mind, you gotta spread the wealth a little bit. You can't always be the
Yeah.
one scoring the touchdown.
Mm-mm.
Talking about the game, do you think you can start streaming?
Most definitely. I was talking to my mom about that the other day. Definitely want to get a YouTube channel going. Probably do some streaming, some video game stuff too.
Do you think you can beat other kids in the area in the game?
Oh, for sure. Hey, if you're seeing this, let me know. I want all the smoke.
So, do you think not only could you beat everyone in the area, but could you beat a guy like Zach Lewis or Sketch or any of these guys who are kind of the top at those EA games?
I don't know. I could try. I'm definitely try for sure, but I don't know.
Well, moving kind of away from the game a little bit. You're very fashionable, always posting on Instagram. You seem like you like to do lots of things outside of football. What do you like to do, and how do you get away from football? Because I feel like, especially with recruitment, though it's fun and the recruitment's fun and playing's fun, like sometimes you need that break. You need that kind of step
Yeah,
back.
most definitely. I would say for me, the quickest thing for me is either just go get in my car or drive, probably listen to music or throw the headphones on, listen to some music. But a lot of times I'll be with a few of my friends. Other than that, it's really just working out. Just working out. Yeah, I might go to some concerts maybe or something like that. Spend time with my family a little bit. Really just chill.
Pre-game meal.
Oh, fettuccine Alfredo
Okay.
from Carrabba's.
Okay. What is if you could pick one song to listen to right before you go out, right before you touch the field? What do you do?
First Day Out
Okay.
by T Grizzly.
Okay. Next question. Just when people see Andrew Marsh on the field, what are they gonna see?
They gonna see a dog, really somebody that's leading the team, somebody that dressed nice, looks the part, somebody that's gonna make the play.
What do you think is your biggest attributes to your game?
For me, I would say just my ability to really be moved anywhere on the field and get open, press, man, really whatever. Just my creativity in my routes, my ability to get open. I would say my ability to catch the ball too, just like my catch radius and ball skills.
Yeah, I mean you are definitely one of the best receivers in the city, in the state, in the country when it comes to just your ability to get open, ability to make those tough catches, make catches that you're not normally seeing on a Friday night. But just talking about senior year, What are the expectations this year? You had a big year last year, big junior season. First team, unanimous all district receiver, over 1,000 yards, over 10 touchdowns. Like, what's the goal? What's the expectation this year?
I would say this year moving forward, really just to stack on that. Really just like I said earlier, we've had a consistent 3 years going for us. So this fourth year, just coming in, want to build on that, be even better than last year. Really, in every aspect.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of the VYPE podcast here with Andrew Marsh. Andrew, thank you for hopping on the show. We'll see y'all next week with another episode.